Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a comparison between these three Ninja coffee makers. On the left, I got the Ninja Pods and Grounds Specialty Coffee Maker, model number PB051. In the middle, I got the Ninja Espresso and Coffee Barista System. Its model number is CFN601. And on the right, I got the Ninja DualBrew Hot and Iced Coffee Maker, model number CFP101. So all three of these coffee makers make some really nice coffee, but they've got some differences. So let's start in the middle. The Ninja Espresso and Coffee Barista System, it does Nespresso pods. These are the original line Nespresso pods. And that's because up here you can insert it and then you can make an espresso shot. It also has a built-in milk frother. Over here on the side, it's got a built-in milk frother that we can froth our milk and make a cappuccino or latte. Now the Pods and Grounds coffee maker and the DualBrew Hot and Iced, they can brew a K-cup. They can also brew coffee grounds like for a normal coffee maker, but they also brew a K-cup. Now K-cups hold 2 tablespoons of coffee. Now Nespresso pods are different than K-cups. Again, these are mainly for espresso shots. You're not going to brew a coffee through these. You're going to get an espresso shot, which is a really small quantity of really concentrated coffee for like a latte or cappuccino. Now the neat thing about these two are I can brew 6, 8, 10, or 12 ounces through this coffee K-cup. Now typically a K-cup holds 2 tablespoons of coffee. 8 ounces of coffee or water through a K-cup brews just the right amount of coffee for me. Okay, so both the Ninja Espresso Barista System and the Ninja DualBrew are 12 cup. You can brew a 12 cup pot of coffee. Both of these carafes are exactly the same, 12 cups or 55 ounces. Now they both have a warming plate, so after the coffee is brewed, the warming plate will keep your coffee nice and warm. But they also have a little flip down tray, so I can flip these down. I can also brew into a mug or a travel mug using coffee grounds on this. On this one, I can brew a K-cup, it comes out in the same spot, or I can use my own coffee grounds and it comes out in the same spot. Okay, let's take a closer look at this one. We're going to lift this up. This has a number 4 cone filter basket. So I can fill this up with coffee. I put a number 4 cone paper filter in here and brew into a carafe. Over here, this has got the K-cup adapter in it right now. So if I take this out, it exposes the number 4 cone filter basket. I put my paper filter in here. I've got to put my brew head on here though. Now here's what these coffee makers look like around back. All 3 of them have a removable water reservoir, but this one has a little storage area for the brew head. So on the DualBrew, if I'm going to make coffee, I'm going to install this over that single needle, and it just snaps onto place. Now when I close the lid, I've got a coffee bean icon right here, and now I can brew all the way up to a 55 ounce, which is 12 cups of coffee. Now the brew head system is right here. It's always installed on the coffee maker side. We install it like that. On the barista system, you're either going to pick the coffee bean, which is the coffee maker side, or the espresso side. You can do a lungo or an over ice. Let's go back to the coffee bean. I can brew anywhere from an 8 ounce, so I could brew my own coffee into a cup using coffee grounds, but I can go all the way up to a 55 ounce. Okay, so on the coffee maker side, again, I can brew all the way down to an 8 ounce, all the way up to a 55 ounce, and anywhere in between. So if I want to put this up and brew into a travel mug, I can do that. I can also set delay brew. So this has a clock on it. And if I want to brew a full pot of coffee in the morning, or even a half a pot of coffee, I can program this, put my water, my coffee in, hit the delay brew, and this will start automatically in the morning. That holds true for the Ninja DualBrew Hot and Iced Coffee Maker too. It's got a clock, and I can program this to brew me a pot of coffee, a half a pot, using coffee grounds, but I can also program the K-cup side. So if you want a K-cup in the morning, you can program that to brew it also. Okay, so now let's talk about the specialty coffee maker. We got this little tray right here. This is going to hold a reusable filter. I lift this up right here. I can take the K-cup adapter out. Again, there's a single needle on the top, single needle on the bottom. And now I can use my own coffee grounds using this reusable filter. I can put up to 7 tablespoons of coffee in here. That's enough for 24 ounces brewed into a travel mug. Now you have to provide the container it's going to brew into. Here I have carafes. I got a coffee pot that I could brew into it and a warming plate. This one, if you want that big, large quantity, you're going to brew that into a big travel mug. But I don't have to brew that amount. I can brew with my own coffee grounds. Let's close this. The display can tell us. Classic, I can brew anywhere in between 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, or 24. I can also do rich, over ice, and a specialty brew. A specialty brew is a 4-ounce brew through a coffee K-cup or your coffee grounds that mimics an espresso shot. So warm up some milk, froth it, brew your 4-ounce specialty brew into your milk, and then you've got like a latte or cappuccino. But no clock. You know, this is a really fast coffee maker. So when you put your K-cup in the morning, you're gonna have a cup of coffee in less than a minute. And even if you do the full 24 ounces, it only takes about 2.5 minutes. So very fast, but no clock, no programming, no carafe. I love that they all come with an onboard scoop. They're all a little different, but they all have a scoop to help you measure out the amount of coffee you're gonna need. Okay, so let's brew some coffee. In the middle, I'm gonna brew an espresso shot. So here I've got the K-cup adapter in, the single needle on top. Let's close the lid. And again, I'm gonna press a classic brew, 8 ounce, and I'll press the brew here button in a second. Over here, these capsules, you're gonna put it in like this and close the lid. It's gonna pierce the bottom and the top of that capsule. We're gonna press over here. And again, I've got the K-cup adapter in. I took the brew head adapter off. Close the lid, it's gonna pierce the top and the bottom. And I'm gonna do a classic 8 ounce on this one also. Okay, so let's start the brew on the espresso shot. Let's start it over here and here. Now they all beep at you when they start, and they're gonna beep at you to let you know when it's done. So the Barista system was first, and again, that's an espresso shot. I've got my coffee coming over here and coffee here. Again, I should have moved this drip tray up a little bit so it doesn't splatter as much, but okay, so the Barista system is done. Our 8 ounce cup of coffee and our 8 ounce cup of coffee over here are coming along. The Barista system is the loudest when it's using the Nespresso side. These two are very quiet. All right. DualBrew finished up first, followed by the specialty coffee maker. Now on the Barista system, we've got 3. I should have brewed an espresso. We've got lungo, over ice. So an espresso is like a single shot. A lungo is like a double shot. Over ice is a smaller quantity because the ice is gonna melt. So I should have brewed an espresso. It would have been half that amount. So it would have been right around 2 ounces. Now on the back of these Nespresso pods, they'll tell you what it can brew. So it does say that one could brew an espresso or a lungo. And the espresso on this one is about 1.35 ounces. It's a little bit more than that, but the lungo is about 4 ounces. So that's going to come down to taste. So an espresso is going to be a really concentrated espresso shot. And that's going to taste really good when you want to make a specialty brew with the frother. And here I got my cup of coffee, 8 ounce cup of coffee, about 165 degrees. It tastes really good. Specialty brew again, single serve. Now I've made a full pot of coffee with these. I consider these to be almost identical as far as making a full pot of coffee, brewing into a travel mug. They both do a really good job. They got drip stop. So when you're done making coffee, you can move this over and have it drip stop so it doesn't drip. They've got a warming plate that you can adjust from 0 to 4 hours. And you can actually come over here and turn the warming plate on. So that's a really nice feature on both of these. I can hit the warming plate. Well, I gotta have that adapter in. Right now I've got the K-cup adapter in. But if I had the adapter in, I could turn just the warming plate on. So say you had some coffee in there that got cold, you can come up here and hit that warm button and turn just the warming plate on and not do another brew. So price-wise, the Ninja Pods and Grounds, this one is on sale for $99. It retails for about $130. The Barista system, it retails for $250. I do see it on sale once in a while around $220. The Ninja DualBrew just released, it's at $150 right now. So unless you really need to brew these Nespresso pods, again, these do give a really good espresso shot. Again, when you brew just 2 ounces through there, it does taste really good in a cappuccino or latte. Over here, we can do specialty brews, but the smallest quantity you're going to get is 4 ounces. But if you do an over ice at the 6 ounce mark, you can get it down to 3 ounces. So that's a really concentrated coffee that this one makes, and this one also make a really nice espresso drink. But this one does not, the DualBrew does not have a built-in milk frother. But you, in the trade-off, you get a full carafe, you get a clock, you know, you get programming. This one's really hard to beat. Again, Coffee Maker of the Year for 2023. I think this one last year was runner-up, I think, for 2022. Very nice coffee maker. This one is going to be hard to beat. But this one is also, so it's hard to say, oh, this is the Coffee Maker of the Year. But I am going to name one. But they do serve a little different purposes. If you want a full carafe, this one's going to be an excellent coffee maker. If you want, I love brewing into these travel mugs, simplicity. I did buy all 3 of these coffee makers with my own money, and I will put a link to them in the show description notes. If you click on the link, it'll take you to either Amazon or Ninja, and I'm an affiliate of both of those. Now, if you click on it, it won't cost you any more when you end up buying it, but I will get a commission from the sale. It is a way of supporting my channel. Again, bought these with my own money, and I was not paid for this video. So Ninja has about 3 more coffee makers on their website. They've got a DualBrew Pro. I've got some comparisons with this DualBrew, but this is the newer one. They've got some old hot and cold coffee. The coffee makers that you see on the Ninja website are excellent coffee makers. Probably, well, no, the DualBrew Pro has a purpose too, because it's got a hot water dispenser. So, wow, really kind of figure out what you want. You know, if you love Nespresso pods, if you're kind of used to these aluminum pods and making espresso shots with them, you know, this is the Barista system's an excellent coffee maker. If you're just more single serve, coffee grounds once in a while, brew into travel mugs, this one, if you like a full pot of carafe, iced coffee, you know, also brew a K-Cup, excellent, excellent coffee maker. Now, if you want to see how to make iced coffee, I've got specific videos on all of these. More detailed. I couldn't just do everything on all these coffee makers. It would be a super long video. So look for very specific videos. You know, I've got several videos on this. I've got how to clean them, how to clean the needles. You know, they all have a clean light that comes on to let you know when it's time to descale. Yeah, and earlier in the video, I may have said this was 10 cups, but it's 12 cups. I do apologize for that. I'm going to try to edit that out. But both of them are 12-cup coffee makers. Underneath the video, if you could give it a thumbs up, that really helps out my YouTube channel. Also, punch the subscribe button. So thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. So somebody heard me rattle the treat. So she's really liking these bacon-flavored ones. Here you go. You're so sweet. This is Fiona. No more. No more. Say bye.